Harlem, just after midnight, winter air sharp enough to sting. 32 men were packed into a basement club on 7th Avenue. Smoke hanging low, jazz muffled behind a locked door. At the center of it all stood Madame St. Clair, the most feared woman in numbers, holding a plain white envelope, and according to some accounts, the man she handed it to changed Harlem forever. They say the room went quiet when she called his name. Ellsworth Bumpy Johnson. And what happened next made even seasoned racketeers rethink who really ran Uptown. By the early 1930s, Harlem wasn't just a neighborhood, it was a machine. The numbers racket alone pulled in an estimated $5 million a year, pennies and nickels flowing upward from tenements to backroom banks. Madame St. Clair reportedly controlled huge sections of that flow. She wasn't loud, she wasn't flashy, but she paid on time, punished betrayal fast, and remembered every favor. But power attracts pressure. White mobs downtown wanted Harlem's money without Harlem's people. And independent crews saw a woman boss as a weakness. This wasn't personal. It was profit, and profit always comes with an expiration date. According to people close to it, the squeeze came in layers. First, collectors started disappearing. Then runners got leaned on, one by one, 12 blocks at a time. Rumors spread that outside muscle was being hired, men who didn't know the neighborhood and didn't care who got hurt. And that's when Madame St. Clair made her move. She didn't call a meeting. She didn't send a warning. She picked one man. Bumpy Johnson was already known. 6 feet tall, scarred face, sharp mind. He'd done time, walked out, and somehow came back smarter. What they didn't know was that Bumpy wasn't just muscle. He studied people like puzzles. And that's when the envelope appeared. Legend says Madame St. Clair slid the white envelope across the table without a word. No speech. No threats. Just paper and silence. Inside, reportedly, was a list. Names, addresses, times. Bumpy didn't read it right away. He folded the envelope once, tucked it into his coat, and asked one question. Who touched your people? That's when everything went wrong for the other side. Within 48 hours, Harlem shifted. Not with gunfire, but with presence. Bumpy walked blocks he hadn't walked in years. He showed up in barbershops, back stairwells, church basements. Always calm, always visible, and always with the envelope, never opened in public. One crew tried to test him. According to some accounts, 3 men cornered him near a pool hall, thinking numbers favored them. They were wrong. No shots, no bodies in the street, just a message delivered so clean it echoed louder than violence. Witnesses later claimed Bumpy leaned close and said, "You're counting wrong." By dawn, the pool hall was closed. By noon, the crew had left Harlem. But here's the twist, Bumpy wasn't done. He arranged a meeting, neutral ground, public place, 40 witnesses minimum. The white envelope sat on the table between them. He didn't threaten. He didn't raise his voice. He slid the envelope forward and said one line that stuck. "Everything you need to leave is already written." That sentence became legend. Word traveled fast. Bartenders whispered it. Cabbies passed it down Lenox Avenue. Even cops reportedly paused when his name came up. Emergency meetings followed. Crews recalculated risk like accountants under bad lighting. The logic was simple. Violence brings heat. Humiliation brings silence. Madame St. Clair's operation stabilized almost overnight. Collections resumed. Payments flowed. Borders held. And Bumpy? He never claimed a title. People just started waiting for him to walk into the room. The white envelope became a symbol. If it showed up, decisions had already been made. Years later, an old numbers runner told a different version. He claimed the envelope was empty. No names, no lists, just paper. Some swear that's the truth, that the power wasn't in what was written, but in who held it. Others say that's Harlem mythology polished over time. What everyone agrees on is this. Madame St. Clair didn't just hire an enforcer. She chose a strategist. Bumpy Johnson's code wasn't chaos. It was order with memory, because respect isn't given. It's delivered, sometimes in a plain white envelope. And the next story, that's where the rules got tested even harder.